any particular A. So anticipation without acknowledgement and action is useless. And anticipation and acknowledgement without action is useless. So none of the service elements on their own really are having any value to them. Also, then what happens is, especially when you're talking of quality service, if you don't really anticipate the need and understand and acknowledge the importance of it, your actions are very superficial, very commercial, and that is not service. Then that's really a transaction that is happening between two parties. So if you really need to talk of service, it needs to be the three A's combined. And action is the most important element of the three A's.
May I ask you, so this is on customers. No doubt the customer voted you the top 25 one of the top 25 in the world. How do the employees feel the same thing? Do you have a strategy 3A for them as well?
The 3A strategy is universal, Avi. It works as much for the guests and equally for the team. It also, believe you me, works on the family front. Talking of the team, however, let me again talk about what we did as Lux, because that is what transformed the whole culture. And you asked me this a minute ago about how do you get the three A's in practice when we were talking about anticipation. It is developing the whole culture of a place. At Lux, what we did, and I'm very, very proud of this, is way back in 2011, when we revolutionized our thinking, we really tried to go to the core of what we should be and how should we deliver it. You can only deliver what you expect to deliver, what you stand for, when your team, your frontliners, your heart of the house people really understand your purpose. They understand your vision. And the bridge of the team with your purpose and vision as an organization is based on the values of the organization. So in hotels where you have people with different educational backgrounds, with different educational levels, very often hotels have this fascinating vision, mission, purpose statements and amazing reads of values which only remain on walls, unfortunately. So at Lux, we decided to have 5 values which are core to our purpose, which are the bridge, like I mentioned, between our team and our purpose. And the 5 values are very easily symbolized by an open palm. So if I take my open palm, and I actually list the 5 values, they go as people, passion, integrity, leadership, and creativity. Now, you could be a school dropout, and you could be a very highly educated person. Relating something with an open palm of your hand makes it so easy to remember. And the 5 values are really what developed this culture at Lux. People, when we talk of people, the link is having consideration for people. When you talk of passion, you're talking of serving with passion. When you're talking of integrity, it is insisting. So insistence on integrity. When you're talking of leadership, you could be a waiter, you could be a room valet, you could be the general manager. Each one of us has a responsibility of leadership. And then lastly, creativity is entertaining with creativity. And when all these 5 fingers come together, you really have that bridge which connects each and every team member like me with what the company stands for, what the company's why is, our purpose, which is helping people celebrate life and to make each moment matter.
I work since 2006 with values and work with the 2 systems of Simon Dolan values of values and Barrett values, and we measure culture. We actually measure values. And that brings me to a personal question. So what are your top 5 personal values personally, not the company?
Well, great question, and you put me on the spot. But
I actually put thousands of leaders on the spot, and I'll tell you afterwards what their typical answers are.
Okay. Well, I told you about how I started off and my upbringing earlier on in the conversation. My father has been a role model for me all my life because he had very humble beginnings, and whatever I am today, a large credit go to my parents. The one thing that I really learned big time from him was the value of hard work and dedication. The one value that he's really inculcated into me and my siblings, my sister, is the value of not compromising on hard work and dedicating yourself, committing yourself into what you want to do, not worrying about the results. The results come, but you got to keep doing your hard work in a very dedicated, committed manner. So that's one thing.
Smart man. And I think that what he did, did not teach you and say, son, you have to do it. It just demonstrated to you, and you just learned it by him walking the talk. You said, okay, that's how it's supposed to be.
Absolutely. It's more of inculcation of the value rather than being spoken about. You never speak about this kind of thing. You just see as a child what your parents are doing, and very often you just absorb them into you.
So hard work. Second one.
Second, to me, which I again learned from my grandfather, and I gave his example before, was never stop learning and never give up.